Yo, what's good YouTube? I am back with another reaction video. And we got the best Larry Bird comeback story ever told. It's by Prime Larry Bird. Let's get straight into the video. Appreciate all the love and support. And you'll see I'm getting these videos out. So let's get it, y'all. We in the mix. We in the mix. Let's get it. Oh, rest in peace to Bill Walton too, man. Rest in peace. I think somebody told me that in the comments too, but rest in peace, man. I definitely got to do some more videos on him, but that's crazy. But yeah, definitely rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, but let's get it.
In a 1986 regular season game versus the Atlanta Hawks, the Boston Celtics were losing by 22 points at halftime. And in the locker room, the Celtics coach, Casey Jones, gave the team what Larry Bird called one of the best speeches I've ever heard.
Casey Jones got on us 3 times really hard. And that halftime talk he gave is one of the best I've ever heard.
And what happened next is why the 1986 Boston Celtics are the greatest team of all time. Because earlier in that season, on Christmas Day, the Celtics were beating the New York Knicks by 25 points in the second half. However, the Celtics ended up losing that game in one of the most embarrassing losses in Larry Bird's career.
Turnover. Sparrow. The Boston Celtics are faced with the fact that they have squandered a 25-point lead. The underdog Knicks have gone wild at the buzzer, but the Knicks win in a stunning upset. They were down by 25 points and they came back, and this is going to be one of the big comebacks we have seen in many a year, Tom.
The loss to New York on Christmas Day was something that was embarrassing to the players, but nothing really gets them down for long, and you have to do that over an 82-game schedule. You can't have those lows that are going to carry on for days, and you want to just keep consistent play and carry on.
That loss demanded this team to refocus, because after that game, they made a strange promise to each other that sparked one of the most dominant runs in NBA history.
The team got together. Everybody said, okay, look, man, we're dedicated. We lost a Christmas game, a double overtime game to New York, played really poorly, had every chance to win that game. And afterward, everybody got together and said, man, we got to play better than this.
And one night we were sitting around very late and having a really good time. And every night after the games, we were out together.
Well, Bill, like after games, used to always come in the locker room and pop a beer. And we all got together. And, I remember Bill Walton, of course, Bill says,
we're really close. We're really close to the championship here. How about we make a vow right now, right here and now amongst ourselves, that nobody will take another drink until we win the championship. And everybody goes, yeah, I'll drink to that.
We're not going to drink until we win the championship. So I looked at Bill and said, we're planning on winning it this year. so Bill said, well, of course, And so everybody quit drinking, and we all got together. And from that point on, I think we were like 60-10.
The Celtics won 17 out of their next 18 games after that promise. But during that winning streak, they got caught off guard by a stacked Atlanta Hawks team.
We're playing a game down in Atlanta, and this is how long ago this was, because Atlanta was a good team. And they had Dominique. And Doc Rivers.
Battle, trades it out right. 1 second, that's the game, it's good. Rivers hits the shot at the buzzer.
And Reggie Theus.
The outlet to Theus, look at the antelope spin. Gives it. Oh, yes! Holy! And Reggie putting on a show for the home folks.
And Kevin the Penguin Willis.
3 to go. Willis to the baseline. Scored in a foul. Oh, Willis with a great move.
Tree Rollins.
Bill Bird turns, has the shot blocked by Tree Rollins.
And all these guys, and we are getting hammered. We're just getting killed.
Everything worked well except the shot itself. Spud Webb. Impressive. Wow. Atlanta by 15. Right now they are blowing the Celtics away here in the first half.
The question as far as Atlanta is concerned is, can they sustain this emotional high for 48 minutes? This is not easy to do, even at home in front of a sellout crowd. Pick a category in this game, and the Celtics lost it.
Yes,
well, Atlanta won it,
I
should say, because this is a good old-fashioned beating up to now. Now they're still shooting from outside, trying to get back into it.
Eddie Johnson goes coast to coast, and Atlanta leads by 23.
were down 25 at the half, and they're all trash talking, and fans are throwing stuff at us, and they're going, we're going to kill you, Celtics. Bird, Walton, McHale, Parrish, DJ, you guys are all frauds. What are you talking about?
Loose ball foul is called on the Atlanta Hawks. Now Eddie and Dennis Johnson are going after each other. Eddie Johnson went to throw the ball at Dennis, and Tree Rollins is entering the picture, as is Randy Whitman.
Atlanta, they talk trash. They're up by 20 at halftime.
Yeah, that was in
the crowd's yelling and all that stuff. You used to like that, though. You used to like when the crowd got on you.
When the fans were into it, or we wasn't into it, they let us know. Now it's time to battle.
And at the end of the first half, a standing ovation at the Omni for the red-hot Atlanta Hawks. They lead the Celtics 70-48.
And Atlanta had been waiting, I guess, about a month to just get us. They'd been on the roll, and little did we know coming in that they had this kind of emotion built up already. They started the first quarter off and just ran us off the court. At halftime, we're down 23. It was not enough. They had a 23-point lead at the time, but they also had to verbalize. At halftime, then Robert Parrish said, they're talking at us, they're slamming us, and then they're talking more. And each time he mentioned a word, it seems like he got a little more angry.
So we come in at halftime, we're just sulking in there with tails between our legs. We walk in, we're sitting in the locker room, and Casey Jones, our fantastic coach, the most like John Wooden of any coach I've ever been a part of.
Casey Jones got on us 3 times really hard. And that halftime talk he gave is one of the best I've ever heard.
Casey walks in, he looks at us, looks at his watch, doesn't say a word, walks over to the cooler and pulls out a beer. Pops the beer, goes and sits down, pounds down the beer, just sitting there. Finishes the beer, looks at his watch, looks at us, goes over to the cooler and gets a second beer. Pops the beer, pounding it down, doesn't say a word. Looks at his watch, looks around at us, goes and gets a third beer, does the same thing, and then he gets up, looks at his watch for the final time, and he says,
a lot of you guys have been here for a long time, but obviously you don't know what it means to be a Celtic. You know, even the whole thing about having pride. You're wearing the jersey. And he never screamed or never yelled, and he goes, we got it in us to come back and win this game, but we have to do it. We got to dictate the second half of how we want to play. But once I stepped on the parquet, you felt indebted to him to at least go out there and try to do something special that night and win a basketball game.
Let's go. So we go out there and we're warming up to start the third quarter. And they got a record sellout crowd there at the Omni.
Sellout crowd on hand. It was the earliest sellout for this game in Atlanta Hawks history, and it will be the biggest crowd they've ever had.
And then the team comes out in the second half, just eye of the tiger, and it's a great game.
That's
it's a
the first.
bloodbath.
Gets it to Bird, who had 14 in the first half and now has 16.
To get into when something goes wrong, Bird.
That's 18 points in the ball game for Larry Bird. Now Ainge. They find Bird open. He winds up from 20. Tough. 3 for 3 for Larry Bird in the second half. 20 points for the game. Ahead to Dennis Johnson. DJ will take it all the way. Has it blocked. Bird comes up with it. The basket counts and it's foul. Block play by Larry Bird.
Larry Bird started the second half by hitting 11 straight shots because he had the Mamba mentality before it even existed. Larry Bird once said, "I've got a theory that if you give 100% all of the time, somehow things will work out in the end. Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final buzzer." And that's exactly what he did that night.
Into the hands of Dennis Johnson. Livingston is in, replacing Willis for Atlanta. Bird at the other end has Whitman on him, a much smaller man. Bird, spectacular! Larry Bird, 24 points for Bird.
Oh, Bird, not to be outdone, starting.
Yo, that was so crazy, man. I never seen that. We're going to run that back real quick. We're going to run that play back.
That's because he had the Mamba mentality before it even existed. Larry Bird once said, "I've got a theory that if you give 100% all of the time, somehow things will work out in the end. Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final buzzer." And that's exactly what he did that night.
Into the hands of Dennis Johnson. Livingston is in, replacing Willis for Atlanta. Bird at the other end has Whitman on him, a much smaller man. Bird, spectacular! Larry Bird, 24 points for Bird.
Oh, Bird, not to be outdone, starting to put on a little show of his own now. Looks like an off-balance, low-percentage shot. Meanwhile, he got nothing but net.
And now Bird is smoking. He's got 12 points in this quarter and 26 in the ball game.
Don't turn off that set yet, folks.
You watch an NBA game, and nobody wants to ever take the ball out of bounds because they know they're never going to get it back. Larry Bird always took the ball out of bounds. The selfless sacrifice that was Larry Bird's defining personal characteristic, what he would do to make other people's dreams come true. He's going to take the ball out of bounds, and that referee comes, and the referee hands the ball to Larry to start the third. We're down 25. Larry takes the ball and pushes it back into the midsection of the referee so that he can't get away, and the referee is like startled and staggered. What's going on here? We're all right there right in front of the Celtic bench. And Larry looks right into the soul, right through the eyes of that referee, and he says to him, "We're not going to quit. You make sure you don't quit either." The guy just like melted on the spot. Larry hit 11 straight shots to start the third, including 7 threes. We were tied at the end of the third. We won in overtime. We did not need a plane to get home that night. Larry Bird, you're awesome.
Strong comeback here in the third quarter. Ainge finds Bird cutting through. Larry fall away. Glass, 2 more. 31 points for Bird. Wow. 17 in this quarter. A moment ago, they took their lead. Bird in the lane, 33 points for number 33. Celtics lead 198. Parrish hits Larry Bird with it, 18-footer. Go! Larry Bird!
Oh man, I'm sorry. It's just I just don't understand. Like people don't. I understand it's highlights, but I'm pretty sure seeing this in real life is crazy. Like, this is just, it's just like the contested shots is crazy. Like, he just pull up on you, don't matter. Like, it's crazy.
35 for Bird. And the Celtics have a 3-point lead with 48 seconds left. And what a comeback. Down by 22 at the half. The Celtics have gone ahead by 3 with 48 seconds left, Goose. He intentionally misses that one. Robert Parrish gets the rebound to Larry Bird. Ball game. Celtics win it by 3.
What a win.
A great win for the Celtics here at the Omni in Atlanta tonight. And they're slapping high fives as they go off the floor. A marvelous overtime victory. The final score here from the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. The Celtics 125 and the Atlanta Hawks 122.
And we got out there and we ended up beating them.
That was my favorite regular season win from the '86 team, which was my favorite team.
Yeah! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Winner, we'd win a game. Bill would come in and he'd open a beer, and I was like, "That was the best game I've ever been involved in." And then the next night, that was the absolute best game I've ever been involved with.
Oh my God!
This game was the greatest comeback of Larry Bird's career, and by the end of that season, Larry Bird won the regular season MVP and the finals MVP as he led the 1986 Boston Celtics to a championship, solidifying
crazy, like, and people don't want to give him his respect, like, how, I don't understand. I really don't understand how people don't want to, like, it's crazy.
That team is one of the greatest teams of all time.
They lost on Christmas Day after having a 25-point lead. They had lost 5 out of 9, and then they grouped together, won 17 out of 18, and the Celtics used Christmas Day's disaster to go on and win their 16th NBA championship.
Bill, was there talk of you guys being the greatest team ever? Did you guys ever have that conversation?
We had a great team, and we loved each other, and we loved the way we played. Yeah. We had it all. We had size, strength, power, finesse, skill, discipline, talent. And at the end of the day, we had Red Auerbach, Casey Jones, Larry Bird, and nobody else did. So we'll take our chances anywhere, against anybody, anytime.
All right, y'all. Larry. This wraps up that good old video, man. This was definitely a good video. Definitely a Larry Bird comeback story. one of the best Larry Bird comeback stories ever told, because I don't even think I never even seen that before that I'm thinking. I know I did a lot of videos, but I don't think I ever seen, like, and then led up to him winning that championship. Like, I don't think I never covered anything like that before, like this. Nope, I don't think so, because that's why I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, but yeah, appreciate all the love and support, y'all. We're going to keep grinding with these videos. Love y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Turn on that bell. I'm getting on to the next video. If you got some videos you want me to do, leave them in the comments. Let me know. I got you. I'm going to be checking my email, getting through all my lists and everything. And I'm finding a lot of good videos also. As you can see, this one right here. But, yeah, I'm out of here. Love y'all so much. Peace.